October 2022, a young African-American girl left the United States to go to Mexico for a birthday party. She called her mom to let her know that she had arrived and what she was eating. That would be the last time she spoke to her mother, and that was the last time her mother saw her alive. Shortly after that, the most horrific video, short film, was released online for everybody to see. It was so shocking that it went viral, of that young girl who was seen brutally attacked. But that wasn't what was shocking. It was that there were other people there who not only sat and watched, but recorded it. That young girl's name was Shanquella Robinson. And it's just over a year since her passing, of which we have not gotten justice. Many of us did not know her in life. Many of us know her in death. There are so many of you that came from the Shanquella story I covered. Because of that Shanquella Robinson story, I acquired over 300,000 of you. The story went viral on my channel. I think because I spoke from my heart. And you, in some way, shape or form, you could relate to it. And I have been seeking justice for Shanquella behind the scenes. And I speak about her when there are updates about her. Thank you very, very much, Fumi Nation, for updating me on this latest development. The Robinson family, Shanquella's family, have now filed a civil lawsuit against the Cabo 6. And I think that it is wonderful. We have to keep her name alive. And there has to be justice for her family, for her friends, for her sister, mother, father, for the society, for the community of Charlotte. Will they be able to get any money from them? No. That's not the point. The point is to keep this name alive any which way until you get justice. As many of you know, I would have studied law. I love law. I understand it. I live for it. I decided to choose a different path. But I'm always fascinated by law. I also am a child of God. And if you meet lawyers and doctors, I have found, they will tell you that there's a great part of what we do and the rest we leave it to God. And as you very well know, let go and let God. God will always lead you onto that path. This part in particular is for the family's legal counsel, of which they are absolutely exceptional. Miss Robinson, you're doing a fantastic job. And I believe that sometimes where we feel that it will be so simple, it will be so plain, it will be so direct, it will be so obvious that we will get justice, it doesn't always go that way. Sometimes we have to go through nooks and corners. Sometimes we have to come back to the drawing board. Sometimes we say, okay, fine, if we cannot get them this way, we'll get them in the civil. The civil will open up a whole bunch of can of worms. It's still very much open in Mexico. Like I said, life is fascinating. It will open up other spaces and places that we did not necessarily look at, because sure as I am sitting here talking to you, Shanquella will get justice. It's just going to be a little bit longer, but my God, is it going to be so much sweeter. She will get justice, and we will all be able to jubilate. Until then, I will continue to keep her name alive. I personally stopped talking about her as much on the channel because I am not here to benefit from her name. She has given me so much. She really gave me so much. And I take it personally, because we are all Shanquella, because we have had friends that have betrayed us. If you say to God, protect me from my enemy, don't be surprised when you start losing friends. This could have been us. This was me. And I escaped about 6 that were ready to bury me alive, if it was not for Ula, who said not to go that day. I was so blinded by anger. I was so blinded by hurt, by betrayal. I wanted to go and confront these girls, and I didn't think of anything else. You can't think that way when you are not that way, I guess. It's been a year. She died on the 29th of October, and October again is a wonderful, special month for me. It is the birthday of Adrian. Adrian is the 7th of October. My sister is the 20th of October. My mother is the 26th of October. It's a wonderful month for me. And she passed away on the 29th of October. A year. How time flies. And there were rumors that she had been killed by the cartel. There had been rumors that it was not the Cabo 6. There were rumors that she was alive. There were rumors that the fight that we saw was not that particular holiday. There were all kinds of rumors. But I do know this, that the people in that room and the person that did that to her that we saw, we have questions that we need answers. So yes, let's do this. Let us do this. And I will follow it, and I will come and update you guys. That's all I can say about Shanquella. I sometimes, go online and I try to find other pictures of her. I want to humanize her, because the pictures that we have of her are fashion shots, beauty shots that I'm sure she was using for her brand, because she was a hairstylist. She had other businesses. At so very young an age, she was so put together. And we have to get justice for her family. If we don't, then who are we? If we let this story die, then who am I? And it's not only to mothers, but because I have a child, I would rather die before him. I would rather go before him. I would rather suffer than him do it to me, not to my child. It is where we are all vulnerable, where the vulnerability is in our children. You know, blackmailists and so on. I will come to your house, I'll take your children. Our children are non-negotiable. I understand it now when a lot of presidents, you know, heads of state, they have to have families, they have to have children, because that is what humbles them. That's what keeps you grounded. That's your vulnerability. That's your everything. And I think of that all the time when I think of Shanquella's parents. That was the only child of her father. And her mother has one daughter. And that daughter has their only sister. It's a loss. It's a horrible loss. For me personally, what happened? What happened? That's all we're asking. Because there's no closure. There's no closure. And the miraculousness of it all was that when her body was brought back and they did an autopsy, it was inconclusive. She had a broken neck. She was left in the hotel for so many hours until the cleaning lady came. She was just brutally attacked. And we are still under the impression that it was from those injuries that she suffered that caused her passing. The world goes on. This video will stop and we move on and we go on with our jobs and we go out to dinner and we go out to parties and we go to work and we get back with our lives. This family cannot move on with their life. They're not able to move on. It has stopped since the 29th of October 2022 for this family. They've not been able to go on. For something that we all saw. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later.